You've been eyeing that sleek Chime card, haven't you? The promise of fee-free banking, early direct deposits, and those cashback rewards is tempting, right? But let's be real, getting approved for a Chime account isn't always a walk in the park. So, you're probably wondering, what's the secret sauce to getting that green light? Well, buckle up, because we're about to spill the tea on how to increase your chances of getting approved for Chime. We'll break down everything from your credit score to your income, and even some sneaky little tips that might just tip the scales in your favor. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's clear something up. Chime isn't a traditional bank. It's a financial technology company that partners with banks to offer banking services. This means the approval process is a bit different compared to traditional banks. They focus on factors like your income, employment, and banking history rather than relying solely on your credit score. So, what does that mean for you? Well, it's good news if you have a less than stellar credit score. But don't get too excited just yet. There are still other factors that come into play. First things first, let's talk about income. Chime generally prefers applicants with a steady income. This doesn't necessarily mean you need a six-figure salary, but you should be able to show proof of regular income. Pay stubs, tax returns, or even your job offer letter can come in handy. Next up is your banking history. Chime wants to see that you're responsible with your money. A history of overdrafts, bounce checks, or accounts closed for negative balances can raise red flags. So, if you have any skeletons in your financial closet, it might be wise to clean up your act before applying. Now, let's talk about credit scores. While not the be-all and end-all for Chime, a good credit score certainly doesn't hurt. It shows that you're financially responsible and can manage your money wisely. If your credit score isn't where you want it to be, there are steps you can take to improve it. But remember, building good credit takes time, so don't expect miracles overnight. Speaking of time, how long does the Chime approval process actually take? Well, that depends on a variety of factors, including the information you provide and how busy Chime is at the time. In some cases, you might get approved instantly, while others it could take a few days. So, what can you do to speed up the process? Well, make sure you provide accurate and complete information on your application. Any inconsistencies or missing details can delay things. Also, consider applying during off-peak hours when Chime is less likely to be overwhelmed. Now, let's talk about some common reasons why people get rejected for Chime. One of the most common reasons is insufficient income. If Chime believes you can't afford to maintain an account, they're likely to decline your application. Another common reason is a negative banking history. As we mentioned earlier, overdrafts and bounce checks can be a red flag. But don't despair if you get rejected. You can reapply after a certain period, but it's important to address the reasons for your initial rejection before trying again. So, there you have it. The inside scoop on how to increase your chances of getting approved for Chime. Remember, it's not guaranteed, but by following these tips, you'll be in a much better position. And hey, if you still have questions or want to share your own Chime experiences, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.